Motivation is such an important thing for many creative people, and a lack of motivation can be the number one thing that stops us from doing what we love. In this video, I want to talk about some of the things that can cause a lack of motivation and what can we do in order to get that motivation back. Today I've come to Lowther, which is about 6 miles away from where I live in Shap on the eastern edge of the Lake District. And I've just come out today with my camera just to enjoy a walk and to take some photographs. I started off down by the church St Peter's in Arscombe, and I crossed over the River Lowther and then came up to the woods to this point here where you can get a fabulous view of Lowther Castle just behind me. I have to be honest, it was a bit of a struggle to come out this morning. In the last 4 or 5 days, I've noticed some of the telltale signs that I'm lacking a little bit of motivation. So I forced myself to come out, and as I said, I'm going to take a walk in this lovely area and I'm going to take a few photographs. And I thought as we were doing that, we'd have a little bit of a chat about motivation. My walk today is going to take me from here at Lowther Castle all the way down to the River Lowther at Low Gardens Bridge, and we're going to call in at St Michael's Church on the way. And then from the bridge we're going to follow the river all the way back to where I parked at Arscombe. Now for me personally, one of the surefire signs that I'm lacking motivation is I start to make excuses not to go out and take photographs. The weather's not quite right, the light's not quite right, I'm too busy. You see, the thing is, under normal circumstances, when my motivation is high, nothing stops me going out with a camera. As soon as I noticed that my motivation has started to take a little bit of a dip, the first thing that I do is to remind myself why I do what I do. And I can often forget this, so it helps me to write them down. And I have 3 core beliefs, if you like, and those are that photography is really good fun, that it's more fun if you get good photos, and that the Lake District is a great place to get good photos. And once I've reminded myself of those, the key to getting my motivation back is to focus in on those key beliefs. This is St Michael's Church at Lowther, and here in the grounds of the church is a mausoleum, and that's where the members of the Lowther family who used to live up at Lowther Castle, their remains are brought here to rest after they die. Now, I don't know anything about St Michael or his association with this area, but there are actually 3 St Michael's churches around here. There's this one, there's the one at Shap where I live, and then there's another one at Barton, which is between here and Ullswater. Another thing that has a negative impact on my motivation is a lack of purpose. You see, here in England, we're currently in the middle of a 4-week period of lockdown in response to the coronavirus crisis. And that means that I've got no one-to-one clients and I've got no workshops. And I have this feeling that without them, I have a real lack of purpose. And I found that the best way for me to counteract that feeling is to get out there and try and create something of value. And that's precisely what I'm trying to do today. Now, over the years, I've learned that nothing quite gets my motivation going like delivering a project. And so that's what I'm doing today. I've set myself a small project, something that I can achieve, and that's really important, because if I fail to deliver something, that will have another negative impact on my motivation. So what I'm doing today is I've come to Lowther and I'm taking lots of photos as I go around. And when I finish with that, what I want to do is I want to put together something that shows off this area and uses those photos. And then finally, once I've done that, I want to share that with the world. I have to be honest, a lot of the photographs that I've taken today, they're nothing new. I'm not breaking any new ground. And there's a reason for that. And the reason is this: nothing more demotivating for me than failure. And I didn't want to risk coming out and getting a load of shots that I can't use, that I can't then go on to create my mini project. And so for that reason, I'm sticking to stuff that's familiar. Hello. Morning. Hi. Hello. I made it down to Low Gardens Bridge and I grabbed what's going to be my last shot of the morning. So what happens now? Well, I'm now going to head off. I'm going to go home. I'm going to develop those images, edit them in Lightroom, and then I'm going to take them and using Adobe Spark, I'm going to create a web page to showcase those images and to share my morning here at Lowther. Then I'm going to take that page and I'm going to share it with my followers on Twitter. I'm going to tweet a link to it. Now, as you've noticed, I haven't shown you any of the images that I've taken today. Normally, I would pop up the images as I go, but I haven't done that today. So if you want to see the images, you're going to need to check out that Spark page, and I'll leave a link in the description below. Now, I hope you found today's video interesting, and if you yourself are struggling a little bit with motivation, then why not try some of the things that have helped me and follow some of the things that I've outlined in this video. Try to remember what it is that you love most about photography, and then set yourself a small achievable project based around those core beliefs, and then finally get out there and get it delivered. And if you do find that you try that and you fail, then the only thing that you can really do is to pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and try again.